Hi everyone, this is Swati Martanda Chatur, working as Assistant Professor at Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, Nashik. In last lecture, we have already discussed about the protection of OH by using simple ethers and alkoxy ethers. In this lecture, we are going to study the protection of alcohol by using silyl ethers. In this case, the alcohol is converted into this silyl ethers, and the silyl ethers can be formed by using the trialkyl silyl chloride in presence of base or trialkyl silyl trifluoromethane sulfonate in presence of base. Here one example, general example, in this case the ROH, this is the simple alcohol, it can be protected by using this trialkyl silyl chloride in presence of base. This is the protected form of this alcohol, and the deprotection can be done by using the TBAM, that is the tertiary butyl ammonium fluoride in presence of THF. This is the deprotected form, that means this our alcohol. And also the deprotection can be done by using the strong acids or the fluoride sources. The fluoride sources are used KF, CSF, generally the HF, and TBAM is commonly used for the deprotection of silyl ethers. And also one more thing, the least hindered alcohol are more readily silated than the hindered alcohol, but also the most labile and acid or base hydrolysis. Here are some examples of silyl ethers. The first one is trimethyl silyl ether, then triethyl silyl ether, triisopropyl silyl ether, tertiary butyl dimethyl silyl ethers, tertiary butyl diphenyl silyl ethers, and the stability order is like this, that is the tertiary butyl diphenyl silyl ether is greater or approximately equal to tertiary butyl dimethyl silyl ether, then triisopropyl silyl ether is greater than triethyl silyl ether, than trimethyl silyl ethers, and the primary alcohols are selectively protected as same order due to the steric effect. Here are general examples. In this case, the ROH is silated by using the trimethyl silyl chloride in presence of base, N83 is in presence of THF. This is the trimethyl silyl ether, then triethyl silyl ether. In this case, the OH is protected by using triethyl silyl ethers like triethyl silyl trifluoromethane sulfonate. In this case, the alcohol is protected by using tertiary butyl dimethyl silyl chloride. This is the protected form, and deprotection is done by using the tertiary butyl ammonium fluoride. Here are some examples. In this case, first, this carbonyl group is reduced by using mild reducing reagent NaBH4. Then this base is used to abstract this proton. But in these examples, we have to replace this Br by this group. Therefore, we are adding this group in this reaction, but this negative charge is not attacked over this carbon atom, but this is abstract this proton, because this hydrogen is somewhat acidic, therefore, and this is the strong base, therefore it can be abstract this proton readily, and this is not react over this carbon atom, but this is not our desired product. That means this base is not, this negative charge is not attack over this carbon atom to replace this Br group, while this negative charge is abstract this proton. Therefore, this is not our desired product. Our desired product is like this. That means this bromine is replaced by this alkyne. This is our desired product. So what we can do? We can do the protection of this OH group. If we protect this OH by using some ether, then the reactivity of this OH group can be temporarily blocked, and this negative charge will easily attack over this carbon atom, and we get our desired product. Therefore, in first step, after the reduction, we are going to protect this OH by using the silyl ether, that is the tertiary butyl dimethyl silyl chloride. This is the protected form of this alcohol. And after the protection, we can use this alkyl lithium attack over this carbon and it replaces this bromine group into this alkyne. This is our desired product. Here there is a need of the protection of this OH group. In next example, here the NaH and BnBr is given for the protection of this OH into this benzyl ether. After the protection of OH into benzyl ether, there is a MaOH group is attacked over this carbon atom and opens this epoxide. After the opening of epoxide, here the protection of OH by using tertiary butyl dimethyl silyl, and after the protonation we get this product, and by using H2PDC is a reducing reagent and also it is deprotect the benzyl ether into this OH. That means here H2PD is used for the deprotection of this benzyl ether and last oxidizes to form this product. That means this oxidizes this OH group. This is the desired product. In next example, here the OH is deprotected by means of tertiary butyl dimethyl silyl chloride, and in this case there are two alcohols are present. One is primary alcohol and next one is secondary alcohol. Due to the steric hindrance, the primary alcohol is readily ciliated by means of tertiary butyl dimethyl silyl chloride. When it is used in one equivalent, it preferentially protects this OH, that is the primary OH, not this secondary OH. And for the deprotection, the fluoride sources are used like a tetrabutyl ammonium fluoride, then pyridine, then hydrofluoric acid and ammonium fluoride. The cleavage, that is the deprotection of silicon based protecting group, is like this. The fluoride source is attacked over this silicon, therefore there is a formation of negative charge over this silicon and the opening of this bond on the oxygen atom, and in last step there is a abstraction of proton and we get the alcohol. Here are some examples. In this case there is a formation of epoxide by using MCPBA, but here the OH group is present on the ring, therefore the stereochemistry of MCPBA, that is the OH is above the plane, therefore MCPBA can attack above the plane, and we got this epoxide because this is the more stable due to this hydrogen bonding. Therefore if the OH group is above the plane, then the epoxide will form above the plane. This is the product by using MCPBA, but we want product as like this, that is the below the plane epoxide, but this is impossible by using the simple MCPBA because the hydrogen bonding is possible and the epoxide form is above the plane. But if we want the below the plane epoxide, then what we can do? We can do the protection of this OH group by means of bulky silyl ether, that means the tertiary butyl dimethyl silyl chloride, and after the protection we can use the MCPBA. Therefore due to the steric hindrance, the MCPBA attacked below the plane and we got the below the plane epoxide, and in last step the deprotection can be done by using the tetrabutyl ammonium fluoride. In this example there are two OH groups, one is the primary OH and another one is a secondary OH, and here we want the product as like this, that means the oxidation of this secondary alcohol, this is our the desired product, but it can be, it is impossible because here the primary alcohol is also present, and if we react this molecule by some oxidizing reagent, then the oxidizing reagent will oxidizes this primary alcohol as well as this secondary alcohol. That means we got the product in which there is here oxidizes and also the oxidation of this secondary alcohol, but this is not our desired product. We want product as like this, that means only the oxidation of secondary alcohol. So how it is possible? It can be done by using the protection and deprotection. In first step, the protection of the protection of primary alcohol is can be done by using the tertiary butyl dimethylsilyl chloride, because this is the primary alcohol and this is the bulky silyl chloride. Therefore, if we react the one equivalent of TBDMSCl, then it will preferentially protect this primary alcohol, not this secondary alcohol. That means here only the protection of OH, that is primary OH, by using this silyl ether. And after this protection, we can use the oxidizing reagent like PCC. It only oxidizes this secondary alcohol into this carbonyl group. That this is our desired product in which the oxidation of only this secondary alcohol can be done. And after, in last step, the deprotection can be done by using the fluoride source, and we got our desired product as like this. Here one more example, that is the synthetic application of ether protecting groups. Here a molecule in which also same the secondary alcohol and primary alcohol both present in the same molecule, and this is our final product. I want this product. That means here the oxidation of only the primary alcohol is done, but if we react this molecule by any oxidizing reagent, then it will oxidizes this primary alcohol and secondary alcohol too, but I want only the oxidation over this primary alcohol. This is our desired product. So how it is possible? Here we can use the protection. If we want this product, we have to protect this secondary alcohol, then and then only the oxidation over this primary alcohol will be done. But this is somewhat impossible because the primary alcohol is more easily protected by means of any protecting group in presence of secondary alcohol. Therefore, here we use the bulky silyl protecting group like a TBDMSCl in one equivalent. Therefore, here what happened? The only primary alcohol can be protected by means of TBDMSCl when it is using one equivalent. That means this is the protection of this primary alcohol, not this secondary alcohol, because the TBDMS is preferentially protected this less bulky primary alcohol. Therefore, only the protection of this OH can be done. And in next step, here we use the NH in presence of BnBr. That means this base can abstract this proton, and the negative charge formed over this oxygen is easily attacked over this BnBr. That means this secondary OH is protected by means of benzyl ether. Here the both OH group is protected. In first step, we protect the primary OH group by using silyl ether. In next step, we protect this secondary OH group by using the benzyl ether. In next step, here we use the TBAF, that is the tetrabutylammonium fluoride, for the deprotection. And as we know, the TBAF only deprotects the silyl ether. Therefore, the OBN is remains same. Only it deprotects the silyl ether into this OH. And after this deprotection of primary alcohol, here we use the PCC for the oxidation of this primary alcohol into this aldehyde. This is our the desired product. That means the oxidation of primary alcohol into aldehyde, the OBN remains same. And in last step we use the deprotection for the BN, that is the benzyl ether, by using H2PDC. H2PDC is used for the deprotection of selectively only the benzyl ether into this OH. And here we got our desired product in which only the secondary alcohol is oxidizes into this alcohol. Oxidizes into this aldehyde.